Hi everyone, and welcome to the Affric Kintail Way. We are so excited to have you join us on this incredible journey. We are starting from the charming village of Canich, which means we've got 31 miles of breathtaking Highland scenery ahead of us. While the trail is 44 miles long, this slightly shorter route is packed with just as much beauty, from ancient forests to sparkling lochs, and of course those majestic mountains we all can't wait to climb. Mr. Hobbit is all set, and our two trusty companions, Dolly and Charlie, are ready to lead the way. We're eager to share every moment of this hike with you, every twist, every turn, and every stunning view. So lace up your boots, grab your gear, and let's dive into the heart of the Highlands together. Well, hello, everybody. Well, we've done the 7.5 hour drive. Took us a little bit longer, obviously, because we've got the dogs with us. And here we are at the Canich Caravan and Camping Park. It's a nice little campsite. We've got one of the pods sorted for tonight, so looking forward to that. And then we set off on the trail tomorrow morning, hoping to set off early doors so that we can take our time. We've got the two puppies with us, and I'm just going to walk down here so you can see what I can see. Hiding in the woods is the two puppies. So this is Dolly Daydream, dark brown one, and Charlie Chopper. And the lovely person in the back is Mr. Hobbit.
You know when you beat me,
So yeah, we're fair looking forward to tomorrow. Little Princess Peaches couldn't come with us, unfortunately, because she's got a cyst on her paw, and we didn't want to risk her walking the 15 plus miles a day, which wouldn't have been good at all for her. I don't think the Hobbit's looking forward to walking 15 plus miles a day either. So we just decided to come out, and right opposite the campsite is this lovely wooded area, and the little church. You probably can't see it through the trees, but just thought we'd take the dogs for a bit of a mooch round. They had a bit of a run round earlier today, but this isn't a bad little trundle round. And then the campsite itself has a little cafe, which is lovely. It's got bike hire. If you decide you don't want to walk it, you could always cycle it at the Affric Kintail way. And yeah, so I'll leave you for now, and then I'll take you down to the look, it's just put me off now. Really not good, is it? Take two. So there's a nice little spa down in the village, about 400 metres away.
There's a nice little spa in the village.
It's awful when people just butt in, don't they? Take three. I won't forget to mention spa. There's a spa in the village next to pub. Oh, did you not see the pub? But so yeah, it didn't have a great deal of things in, but more than ample if you just want to top your kit up, etc. And so I'll leave you there for now. So we're just walking through the woods, and the Hobbit said, "Have a look up at them trees, and it make you want to fall over." Well, I don't know about falling over, but they look like they're going to fall over. What's that all about? Very scary indeed. Swaying away. Unfortunately, we was unable to film around the campsite that evening because the rain came in. However, the campground itself is well maintained, and the spacious kitchens for your tents, etc. The showers and toilets were absolutely spot on, really hot water, so I would highly recommend this campsite to all. So here we are, day one in the pod, just getting ready to set off. Looks like both the doggies are ready. The Hobbit's gone out to sort the car out, etc. Good thing about Canich is that they will keep your car for you as well, the campsite, for £2 a day, so absolutely worth every penny of it. However, as you can hear, Charlie the screamer is waiting for his dad to come back. The pods were good, absolutely. And then, as you can see, you've got these little pads that you sleep on, which is good. Maybe not quite as comfy as my own pad, but absolutely no bother at all. And then here we are, all packed up and ready to go. Well, here we are at the start. We're just going up this little hill. As you can see, the teapots, what everybody seems to show you, they tend to go round and round. However, when we went down to the spa yesterday, they were starting another wall down by the spa. So this is the start of the Kintail Way, or Affric Kintail Way. A little bit of road walking up the hill, and then I'll come back to you very shortly. We've just come from down there. We're about halfway up the first climb and you come to Chisholm Memorial. Looks like there's a nice little bench. So let's go and see what the view's like. The Hobbits taking some photos, so it must be good. And we've got a little sign here, which I'm not even going to read the top line, but remember the people from whom you have come. From the Clan Chisholm Society, Canada branch. Stone cairn is dedicated to Roger Chisholm, a local lord of the 19th century who was known for his contributions to the community and the area's heritage. The Chisholm family were prominent in the region and their clan history is deeply intertwined within the Highlands. The Chisholm clan is one of the oldest and most influential clans in the Scottish Highlands. The memorial serves as a reminder of the clan's history and their connection to the land. Roger Chisholm is known for his dedication to improving the lives of the local people. So this is where we turn off for the Kintail Way from Cannock. We've had a steady climb up from Cannock, road walking, and it is a steady climb up. Gets your breath going a little bit, but we've probably had a worse on the Great Glen Way.
Definitely warms you up.
It does warm you up, gets legs going, especially when you've not worn such big backpacks for a good while. Cumbria Way we had about 7 kilos. I think now we've got about 14 kilos because we've got obviously going up into the wilderness where there's no shops to restock, and all the kit for the dogs as well. However, we're going into the woods. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
So we've just done a very steady climb up, and we're going to go and have a look at Comar Dun, just down here, 200 metres. There we have this. We're not actually there yet, but we've just had a bit of a climb up. Well, it's not, that's a total, oh, it's there, look. It's alright, Hobbits just pointed it out to me. It's actually over there. I don't know if you can see it because my screen looks a bit dark actually. I'm just fapping now with the screen, but hopefully, there we go. It were exposing for the quite bright sky. Midges are out in force today, absolutely covered in smidge, but I also made my own little potion as well, so far so good, no bites. Covered all my clothes, etc. And that's the view. great. And I can hear one of the dogs coming. Don't know which one it is. And there we have it. This is Comar. This is Comar Dun, the Hobbit's little house. It dates from the Iron Age, and it was occupied, although not continuously, from the second half of the first millennium before Christ to the first century after death. And we've got the doggies running up and down. The Iron Age was a period of warfare and instability, and the Dun was a defensive structure with a thick dry stone wall and a long narrow entrance passage. As you can see, where the dog's just running up now, that was the entrance passage. It was twice destroyed during fire, should I say, during its lifespan, and it was twice rebuilt. Standing at Comar Dun with the sweeping views of Glen Affric stretching out before me, I can't help but feel a long connection to the past. It's humbling to think about the people who once lived here, who looked out up these same hills and valleys, their lives shaped by the rhythms of nature and the need for survival. As I stand among the remnants of the ancient fort, I imagine what it would have been like to have those daily challenges of securing food, shelter and safety in such a wild landscape.
Little Tesco with our old GoPro, which we've never used, have we?
No.
Ever. So we just thought, you tell how old it is, it's a Hero 4. So we just thought we'd give it a whirl on this walk and see how we do. So far so good, very, very warm. Taking it very, very steady, and just discussing how to get his rucksacks even lighter, because yeah, we need to. Right, let's go a little bit further. And here we have Mrs. B meandering up the forest path with the dogs. At least this way we don't have to walk back and get the camera. Bonus.
Any clips where you see Mr. Hobbit filming is completed on the GoPro Hero 4. Unfortunately, the stabilisation wasn't great and the exposure is a little bit off. We didn't realise it at the time, so you'll notice the mix of footage here. The smoother shots are from the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which really helped to balance things out.
So we've just come round the corner to be met by this amazing view. Although it's looking very dark and shadowy on my screen. Probably just got to trust it looks better when I put it onto the computer. But yeah, this is where we are. Absolutely amazing. These are the views behind us, as everybody says. Occasionally take time to stop and look round, because sometimes the views behind you are fantastic. Lots of little birds playing in these chopped down trees. So we're continuing on the forestry track. I've got to say it's quite pleasant. It's nice underfoot, it's not a hard track, it's quite soft. Enjoying it so far. Really, really good. The dogs are having a great time. In fact, they're absolutely loving life. Here comes Dolly. Whee! Go on, mate, go find your bum. So yeah, it's a first for us bringing dogs. Seems like a long time since we've had such heavy packs on, but loving life. Let's crack on.
So here we are, just having a little trundle, as you do. It's not a bad walk at all to start with. Just starting to get used to the pads, and the dogs are starting getting used to setting a pace instead of running around like nutters, as as they do. Nice and warm. When you go into shadows in the forest, it's a lovely, lovely breeze, so it keeps us cooled down a little bit. We've probably seen 3 or 4 wild camping spots, which are not what we would say brilliant wild camping spots. However, if you were desperate, there is places where you could pitch up. Now, we do know that there's a decent spots to pitch up at about 14 miles in, but we're only 3-4 miles in, if that, and we've probably seen a good few spots. So if you decided not to stop at Canwich from Drum and carry on a bit, there is some places within a few miles of you starting the woodland walk as such. So yeah, loving life. See you in a bit. So here we are, just turning off to go down to Dog Falls. It's been a nice steady climb up. I think we're starting to get used to packs a little bit now. So this is where you leave the main track and go down to Dog Falls. Just down here. Once we get to Dog Falls, we're going to have a little bit of lunch. It's a little bit muddy. So I'll pick up with you soon. Bye-bye now. Dog nestled in the stunning landscape of Glen Affric in the Scottish Highlands is a hidden gem that offers visitors an enchanting mix of natural beauty and historical intrigue. As you make your way down the path from the Affric Kintail way, the journey itself becomes part of the experience, immersing you in the serene environment of the ancient Caledonian pine forest, bubbling streams and the majestic falls themselves. The name Dog Falls is believed to have an interesting origin tied to local legend and the Gaelic language. One theory is that the falls were named for the hunting dogs of the ancient clans who lived in the area. These dogs were used to hunt deer in the surrounding forest, and the falls may have been a favourite spot for the dogs to cool off for a drink after a hunt.
I think I've just found a little hobbit hole. Let's go see what's in the hobbit hole. Not that everybody hasn't seen this before, because we all video it. But being a hobbit, it may make a good home. There may even be a golem in there. Very, very dark. Very dark indeed. Yeah, I think I'd pass. Okay, steady climb up out of Dog Falls. Didn't film down there as it were too busy, full of annoying, irritable people. It's got to be the worst section so far for annoying, irritable people. But hey, we can't have it all to ourselves, I'm afraid. So just climbing up out now, and views opening up. I get the feeling we've a bit of climbing to do. So yeah, heading his way up there. And Mrs. B is looking like she's feeling the heat a little bit. And the midges are a pain in the bum. But I've got to say, it's amazing. See you in a bit.
So we've just climbed up out of Dog Falls. We had some lunch down there. It was a bit busy. We've got Charlie whinging because he's looking for his dad. The Hobbit's gone up to the viewpoint. So just after the viewpoint there is a cracking wild camping spot here, with a cracking view actually as well. So you can probably see when Charlie's finished pulling my arm to bits. Sorry about the shakiness of this, because we've had to keep him on the lead. But look at that for a bit of a good viewpoint as well. Besides, I know that you can go up to the top and have a look. But yeah, really good little camping spot this here. Spot on. We'll be going on for a little while longer yet. Probably another 8+ miles or so. We've done about 6.5, I think. I think it's 6.5 to the car park with the compost toilets in. So, right, I'll get back to you soon. Just past Dog Falls, trail presents one of the most stunning viewpoints, a panoramic vista that captures the Scottish Highlands. As you emerge from the forested path, the scenery unfolds dramatically with sweeping views of the loch, nestled amid rugged hills and ancient pine forests. The interplay of light and shadow over the glens, coupled with the serene beauty of the loch, creates a moment of pure tranquility. This viewpoint offers a perfect pause for reflection, where the wild untamed beauty of the Highlands is on full display, reminding you why the Affric Kintail Way is a must-do for any avid hiker. What an absolute stunning view we saw as we came from Dog Falls. Beautiful. So once you get to the top of the climb, it's pretty flat for rest of the day. Well, a lot of downhill. Tiny bits of uphill, but nothing too strenuous. So on your right hand side there's a lovely loch, and I can't pronounce it, and I want to say it's Loch Bien blah blah blah. I don't know. I'll put what it's called. I don't think anybody pronounces it, to be honest with you. We were planning on camping at the end of the loch as we go on to the next. Is it? I think it's Glen Affric. But we'll see how we feel, because we might get a little bit further, we might not. But we'll see, the day is yet young, and for us to get to Strawberry Cottage from here, it's probably about 8 miles. So I can hear the chuff 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 of a dog looking for me. And there she is, little Dolly, still very, very happy. And so is Charlie. He's got his stick, he's very happy with his stick. So I'll come back to you in a bit.
What a lovely day. Very warm, but it's nice to be down in shady bits in the wooded areas. But not complaining, no rain. Finding it much nicer now we're away from Dog Falls and all them people. But here comes Mrs. B. Now, she loves people.
I just don't like rude people.
She's very people friendly, and she normally keeps me in check. But she agreed today that they were rude. Anyway, let's crack on. Heading towards Loch Affric shortly, hopefully. See you there. So just every now and again a gap appears in the trees and you get lovely views like this. I've got to say, it's a lovely walk. Like everybody says, can't wait for it to open up. But it's been nice, and unlike the Great Glen Way, which at times I found hard underfoot, the Forestry track here just seems so much softer. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it's just bouncy underfoot. So yeah, what a great walk. I think I might be coming back and doing this in the winter months. And again, another lovely shot through the trees of what's coming up. Just decided we're going to stop for 5 minutes. We're feeling the rucksacks a bit. So just thought we'd show you what's through here. And take his rucksacks off and have a bit of a rest. Something we're very guilty of not doing. And Mrs. B's just there, look, enjoying having no rucksack on. There's the bags, and there's the dogs. And Dolly's off to see if there's out to eat. Bless her.
As with the end of the loch, we took a little snap break. We set up our ultralight camping chairs, grateful for a chance to sit and soak in the mountain views. Charlie and Dolly stretched out beside us, enjoying a well-deserved rest. The towering peaks around us were breathtaking, their rugged beauty a reminder of why we love this trail so much. We talked about how much we were enjoying the journey so far and started planning for the night ahead, thinking about where we would find the perfect wild camping spot amid these stunning mountains. And the intrepid explorers come. They're walking along.
Photograph opportunity.
Nice waterfall, wasn't it?
Yeah. Got to say, we've seen quite a few wild camping spots. probably more aimed to a one-person tent than a two, but there has been quite a few, surprisingly actually, how many when people said they struggled to find them. But we're hoping to find some more capable for us.
Yay!
Onwards.
Onwards and upwards. How lovely is that? It's simply marvellous. It's a really good walk, is this? Really enjoying it. Really pleased that I've put an extra kilo on to carry a chair. And I have brought a chair, and we've just had a good sit down for 10-15 minutes. Dog's cuddled up and had a bit of a power nap, etc. But I've got to say, it's a good investment.
It's a luxury worth carrying for us.
Yeah, absolutely. You probably get a good couple of miles more out of your legs rather than sitting on the floor where we seem to have a
problem getting back up at our age.
Absolutely, and infestations of ants and ticks and things like that. So you're more reluctant to stop and rest, but actually, you know, plenty of breaks, plenty of fluid.
Right, so we're still plodding on this forestry track. People have said they found it a bit boring. I sort of get it, but it's nice. But yeah, you keep thinking, what's going to be round corner, and it's just more track. So enjoying it. It's very, very warm. The heat's taking it out of us a little bit. The weight of the bags is taking it out of us a little bit. But really enjoying this. I'm contemplating which walk I'm going to do on my own for the first time. I've never done one on my own. And I'm thinking I might come back and do this in colder months, just to see if we can get it with some snow. The little dogs are wondering what I'm doing now. Dolly's heartbroken that Daddy's not coming. Oh no, the little Judas, she's off with the mum. Right, I suppose I better get caught up. I think Mrs B's heading for the shade. Catch up with you later.
So I'm puffing a bit. Just had a little bit of a climb up, but it's really warm today, so it's starting to be a little bit tiring. We're a good camping spot here, 13.6 miles in from Canwich. We're going to try and bat on a little bit longer, but views open up here, absolutely lovely. What do you say, Mr B?
I think you ought to go camp on top of that hill.
I think you ought to do one. See ya. He's off. Bless him. And onward and upwards. We'll come back to you when we get to camp.
So the scenery just gets better and better the further on you walk. And the sun just gets hotter and hotter and hotter. But just, what a beautiful place. One of Scotland's hidden gems. So, just passing some sort of generator. Always good as I pointed out if you're doing the walk. Still looking for a place to wild camp. Little sign here saying public footpath to Coogee. And we're just going onwards, hoping to find somewhere to camp soon. Because I think the little dogs are tired, and I've got to say, I'm starting to feel it myself now. Anyway, it's wonderful. We'll speak to you soon.
So we've just come up another incline, and that is for the first time today, I'm going to say it. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Dogs are starting to feel it. A couple of miles we should be at the other side of the Affric Loch, and then we'll hopefully get a nice camping spot down by the riverside, and then loch, should I say, down by the riverside. And then we'll set up camp for the night and probably have a late start tomorrow, because we've knocked some miles out, especially for us Hobbits today. So we'll speak to you again soon.
So we're heading in this general direction, and yes, it's definitely opening up now. Absolutely beautiful. But you cannot believe how much I am looking forward to getting my little tent up, having some tea, snuggling up with my dogs, or dog, for the night, and getting some kip. I think I'll end up with Dolly, and Mrs. B will end up with Charlie, who keeps trying to make a bed, bless him, because he's tired. So we'll keep moving because I'm getting bitten now. Sometimes you get to a brick wall in a walk, and I think we've just hit it. Really struggling to find a camp spot with water nearby. Seem to be able to find water, then a camp spot, but no water. So it's just getting a little bit tough now. Both struggling.
Well, I'm not sure we'll get to end at lock, but we might do, because we keep stopping and looking at things like the view, which is simply marvellous. Definitely worth doing this walk, most definitely. Pooches are getting tired now, so I keep saying that. So is the Hobbit.
And the midges are being a bit naughty.
And it's getting to that time of day where it's a bit of a midge fest.
And flying ants.
Yeah, quite a lot of flying ants. But we're doing all right.
So finally set up camp, feeding dogs, sorting some food out. There's Mrs. B in her Langshan, looking very suave. And there's a very wonky, not very well put up Durston, because I need some practice. But I've got to say it's a right bit of kit, but I really do need some practice.
After a tiresome 18-mile trek, we finally found our perfect spot for wild camping near Strawberry Cottage. The day had been long and arduous, with the relentless trail winding through the rugged beauty of the Glen Affric. Our feet ached, and the thought of setting up camp was a welcome relief for everyone. However, finding the right combination of a good pitch and water source proved to be far more challenging than what we ever expected. As we trudged along, scanning the landscape for a flat area near a stream, we quickly realised that, in this remote part of the Highlands, it was not so simple to find both in one place. The terrain, though stunning, offered little in terms of easy camping spots. It was a valuable lesson learnt on this route, especially before reaching the 18-mile mark. It's essential to plan ahead. Collect your water first if you come across a good source, even if the perfect pitch is still elusive. The peace that came after setting up camp and settling down for the night, though hard-earned, was deeply satisfying, and the silence of the wilderness in the distant sound of the stream and the sight of the fading light over the mountains made it all worthwhile.